Shabbat Shalom. That's what I like. I like a nice answer. I'm all set up and plugged in here. You can come closer. So we're going to start with a song that is on the slide, and it is an echo song. So I'm going to be expecting Sharon's voice to be the loudest. And you can sing in harmony. Here we go. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, and you can echo. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Let us pray together. Let our voices fill the air. Our time to work is over. Now we join as one in prayer. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Let's bring peace and love in our hearts. Shabbat, Shalom. Shabbat, Shalom. Nice. I hear the harmony. I'm getting it ready. There we go. All right, we are going to the next slide. This is also an echo song. Welcome, welcome, Shabbat Shalom. Just in time to add your voices. So don't forget to echo. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad gam. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Oh, it's so good and it's so fine. I'm so glad we took the time to be here tonight and pray. So let's pray the night away. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. And now we say Shabbat Shalom, and we'll pray till we go home. We'll share the joy singing as one. Our peaceful rest has just begun. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine ma tov u'manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. Shevet achim gam yachad. All right, everybody's warmed up. We're ready to go. We're going to go into prayer books to page 2. Yadid Nefesh, page 2. It's moving down. Yedid nefesh avarachaman, Yedid nefesh avarachaman, Veshoch avdecha el retzonecha, Veshoch avdecha la 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 la. Please turn to page 3. One of our many songs of peace that we're going to be singing this evening. Shalom Aleichem. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Hasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bokem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mimelech malachei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Bokem l'shalom, malachei shalom, malachei elyon, mimelech malachei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Mimelech malachei hamalachim, hakadosh baruch hu. Baruch Hu Nid Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu Nid Shalom, Malachei Shalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Mimelech Malachei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Tzechem l'shalom, malachei shalom, מלאכי עליון ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא צאכם לשלום מלאכי השלום מלאכי עליון ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ממלך מלאכי המלאכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ברוך הוא.
So we come to the blessing over the candles. So we're going to light our Shabbat candles now. And we wanted to ask Cindy to come up, who's sponsoring the Oneg tonight. What's... Everything okay, Mike? Oh. So thank you, Cindy, for doing that. And I asked her if she's doing it for a special reason. And she said she is doing it in honor of the release of the hostages, a celebration on this Shabbat, as we're still very much in that mood of gratitude and appreciation, and people in Israel and people here, people everywhere, hopefully, should be celebrating. On page 5, you can find the blessing. No. Just say the prayer. It's okay, you know. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kidshanu b'mitzvotav tzivanu v'halak ner shel Shabbat. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Should we do that?
Let there be joy.
Let there be joy.
Let there be peace.
Let there be light.
Let there be Shabbat. Shabbat shalom. Shabbat shalom. And thank you. Thank you, ladies. Am I rested? That's a good question. Maybe at the end of Shabbos I will be. No, Cheryl, it was a very busy week, but a good week in a way. We had things that we did to celebrate, but thank you. Yeah, it was a busy week. This week began with Jewish Community Day on Sunday, and there were a lot of sports. There was 2 Charger games. I've never been to 2 football games in a week. But I went to Thursday night game too. And then there's, of course, Dodger games and things like that going on. But, yeah, a lot of sports, but also a lot of hard work. And so it's wonderful to have Shabbat. And thank you, everybody, for coming out tonight. And the people who are watching online right now or watching on back and forth between their television and their computer or phone. We're glad you're with us. And we're also going to say the blessing on page 5 for our families, wherever they are. To think about them on this Shabbos and to bring them into our heart, into our mind right now, and say the blessing over our circle. So wherever they are, we can say for the boys, men in our families, we say, Yasimcha Elohim ke'Ephraim v'chi Menashe. And for the girls and women in our circles, in our network, we're going to say the blessing, Yasimech Elohim ke'Sarah Rivka Rachel v'Leah. And as we bless everyone with the threefold blessing of protection and for peace, for shalom, Yevarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. May God bless you and protect you. May God's light shine down upon you and be gracious to you. And may God reach out to you in tenderness and give you peace. And whisper a special thought or a prayer for your family and friends, wherever they are. Now we're going to welcome the Shabbat bride with Lecha Dodi. And again, we're going to do a version of this that Wendy wrote, an echo version. Wendy likes a lot of echoes in her life. There's a lot of echoes. echoes.
Echoes are easy to learn.
And echoes are, well, they echo through time. So we're going to echo now on Shabbat in space. Page 6, Lecha Dodi. For the very last verse, we'll rise when we begin seated. Lecha Dodi.
Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Shamor v'zocha v'diborcha Ishmi'anu el ha'mechad Adonai echad u'shemo echad L'shem el tiferet v'letila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Likrat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki chem b'chor ha'baracha Merosh v'kedem nisucha Ma'aseh b'mashavatila Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela.
Let's rise and face the doors. Welcome Shabbat.
Boi v'shalom ateret ba'alav, Gam b'simcha u'b'tzora, Toch emunei am segula. Boi chala, boi chala, boi chala, boi chala. Lecha Dodi Likrat Kala B'nei Shabbat Nekabela Lecha Dodi Lecha Dodi.
We stay standing as we turn to page 7 for Baruch, for the nighttime call to worship together.
Baruch Hu Adonai
It's hard to believe that we finished the first month on the Jewish calendar. Yeah. We're in our second month, the month of Cheshvan. So Rosh Hashanah was 1 month ago, and we did a lot in that first month. We do a lot. Synagogues, Jewish communities, Jews. Jewish families do a lot in the first month of the year. We get off to a big start, and then we come to this month where there are no holidays, and it's the only month in the Jewish calendar where there's no holidays, because the next month we have a holiday at the end of the month called Hanukkah, and then every month in the Jewish calendar we have a little something. It might even be just Tu B'Shvat. It might be Purim. It might be Passover. Some things are 1 day. Some things are 8 days. But this month of Cheshvan, we have no holidays. So when we think about what we're going to do this month on our calendars, well, the Temple Beth Ami calendar is pretty busy because towards the end of this month, some of us will be in Israel. So that's the month of Cheshvan. Some of us will be there. But we're also looking at things we're going to do during the coming months. Maybe not in Cheshvan. No, I haven't heard for sure, but we're going to be doing some movie screens at the Lemley. We're going to be doing some other stuff out in the community. So doing Jewish Community Day at the Chargers was not my choice to do in October, to do during this very, very busy month of the Jewish calendar. And I think it actually, as I told him 4 months ago when we first picked this date, that it was going to be hard because a lot of people in the Jewish community were like, we can't do anything else during this month. So that was a refrain that we had from some people in the community. But what was really nice is we did do it. We pulled it off. And we also had some of you saw, we had about 15 kids from BBYO that were able to come, that we sponsored JLTV sponsored them to come, and we also had some students that we were able to get from the AE Pi chapter at Cal State Long Beach. So we were able to get some of the young people in our community there, and we also had some other people that were able to hear about it through different websites and different ways that they pushed it out. But it was nice that we did it, and it was really nice that the Chargers worked with us and made it happen. So we'll see. I have no idea yet whether it'll be happening next year, but because it was interesting, I found out. So last year I told you there was while we didn't have a Jewish Community Day at the Dodgers, and that was definitely one of the motivating factors to do it for the Chargers. And by the way, the only team that really had a dedicated Jewish Community Day this year in LA sports, because the Kings didn't do it. They've done it in the past, but they didn't do it this last season. The Clippers. The Lakers didn't, but the Clippers did. Now, they have a Jewish owner, but then again, so do other sports teams in Los Angeles that didn't. And what was interesting, again, is the Angels did a Jewish Community Day last year, but they didn't do one this year. And I found out it's because they didn't have a very good attendance at the Angels game. I don't know if they ever have good attendance at an Angels game, but they didn't have it for the Jewish Community Day. So you never know. And that's another thing. We wanted to make sure that we at least had a nice showing. And we definitely had a nice showing from Temple Beth Ami. Our community had a really nice showing at that game. So I was glad we were able to do that. And we'll see if we do that in the future, but we will always continue to do stuff in the community. And as we move through the year, as we move through this next month on the Jewish calendar, and we think about the seasons, the things that are going on around us, we give thanks for the night sky and for the transitions in time. And we sanctify time, especially on Shabbos. We praise you, God, who brings on the night sky. And as we continue now with the nighttime prayer of love, of Ahava, Ahavat Olam, page 8.
Torah I play one instrument when you can play two. Please join me on page 9 for the Shema. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Baruch Shem Gevod Malachuto Le'alam V'ha'el. Baruch Shem Gevod Malachuto Le'alam V'ha'el. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. V'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושינתם לבניך ודיברת בם, בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך, ובשבתך ובקומך, ושבתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתיכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם. We're going to put up a slide any moment now. There it is. And you all know your part. And Moses said. I wonder if Moses had a high voice or a low voice. We'll find out. Ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, lo rata hi lo sefer, lo rata hi lo sefer. Follow me if you want to be free. I'll be the one to lead you through the Red Sea. The Miriam and all the women dance with glee as Adonai led the people through the Red Sea. Who is like you, O Lord, among the mighty? Who is like you, glorious in holiness, revered in praises, doing wondrous deeds? So now the people of Israel could cross the Red Sea. to be free. I'll be the one to lead you through the Red Sea. The Miriam and all the women dance with glee as Adonai led the people through the Red Sea. Okay, I am lifnei Moshe Miriam. Ze Elianu v'yameru Adonai emlach le'olam va'ed. Adonai will reign forever and ever. The people chanted as they crossed the way to freedom, leaving Egypt for the promised land. They sang and danced and clapped their hands, said, "Follow me if you want to be free. I'll be the one to lead you through the Red Sea." The Miriam and all the women danced with glee as Adonai led the people through the Red Sea. Thank you to the backup singers. Nice harmony. Please turn to page 11. Towards the bottom of the page, Hashkivenu. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Yehamidinu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Yehamidinu Malkeinu L'chaim. Ushmor Tzeitenu Uvoeinu L'chaim Shalom Ve'ata ve'ad olam. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Yehamidinu Malkeinu L'chaim. Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu L'Shalom, Yehamidinu Malkeinu L'chaim. Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha. Ufros Aleinu Sukkah Shlomecha. Shlomecha. Okay, everybody's voice is now warmed up, so you get to let it all out for this next one on Vishamru. Page 12. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat alasot et ha-Shabbat v'torot u'berit olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat alasot et ha-Shabbat v'torot u'berit olam. B'nei uvein b'nei Yisrael oti le'olam. Vishamru v'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat alasot et ha-Shabbat v'torot u'berit olam. Ki sheshet yamim asa Adonai et ha-shamayim ve'et ha'aretz ושמרו בני ישראל
את
את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת ונפש, שבת ונפש, שבת ונפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, יאמר יברח ירטיב ימליך מלכותי, וחייכון וביום איכון ובחיידךו בית ישראל. בגלה בגלה ובזמן תורי ויאמרו אמן. שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ומעולם יתברך, יתברך וישתבח, יתברך ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתהלל ויתהלל, שמי לקודשא בריחו לילה מן כל ברכותיו ושירותיו, תושבחתה ונחמתה גם ירום ויאמן ויאמרו אמן.
So now as we come to the Amidah, which begins on page 13, and when we think about how we're supposed to kind of be praying on Shabbat, during the week, the Amidah has 19 prayers. 19 prayers make up the Amidah, and it's shortened during Shabbat. Most people think like Shabbat, we add prayers. We do. We add some prayers, but the Amidah actually gets much shorter. It goes from 19 prayers down to 7 because we take out all the prayers where we ask God for certain things that will help us in life, you know, including, by the way, economic success, but also for justice, for a good harvest, all those kinds of things that our ancestors thought about, and some of them we think about and maybe put them in different perspective or different, they manifest a little differently. But on Shabbat, we take out all those prayers of asking and instead just show our appreciation. The Amidah, instead of having prayers about petitions, asking things, we say thank you. And so the prayer is shortened to the prayers of the Amidah that just focus on thanks on this special day of Shabbat. And so as you go through the Amidah, you can find the traditional words 13 through 15 has those prayers. There's two prayers, two brachot on page 13, and then the other prayers, most of them are on 14, and then of course it finishes with a prayer for peace, which always the Amidah finishes with, a prayer for shalom. But we'll do the first page out loud, the first brachot, actually the first two, obviously, and then we continue silently and with your own special prayers. But again, the focus is the Amidah leads us in appreciation, not asking for more, but just being happy with what we have. So we ask you to rise, stand for the Amidah. Be seated when you're done with your private prayer. Amidah. Svatai tivda, yala lai 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 lai, ufi yagid tehillah, yala lai 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 Adonai, yala lai 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 svatai. Ya la 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 la, ufi yagid tehilatecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Avotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Leah, Elohei Rachel, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, Ve'koneh ha'akol, V'zocher chasdei avot ve'imahot, U'mevii geula lifnei v'neihem, Leman shemo be'ahava, Melech ozer u'moshia u'magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham ve'ezrat Sarah, Atah gibor le'olam Adonai, Mechaye hakol atah, Rav lehoshia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, Mechakel chayim bechesed, Mechaye hakol berachamim rabim, Somech noflim verofech olim, Umatir asurim, Umekayem emunato, Lishnei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, Umidom melach, Melech memit umechaye, Umatzmiach Yeshua, V'ne'eman atah lechayot hakol, Baruch atah Adonai, Mechaye hakol. at the bottom of page 15, take a moment to pray for healing. And as Wendy said, she has a long list. We're going to give her a chance to get her list together. Because, again, this is a time for us to think about those people. We hope you don't have too many people to think about, though, in need of healing. But whoever they are, wherever they are, we send out our best wishes for healing and for courage in the face of illness. So some things we can't control, and some things we say, well, we're going to pray. We're going to hope for a miracle, or we're going to hope for something that may be out of our control. But there are things that are in our control, and one of them is, again, our attitude and our ability to persevere and to be strong. So we hope all those who are fighting and all those who are helping people fight for health and for healing to be strong. So please say the names out loud of people that you're thinking of right now. Please so go around the room. Have you share those names? No, she's going last.
John Finder, Joseph Finder, Sean Wiggins, Gordon Goodwin, Desiree Thatch, Ellen Roth, Mark Walker, Jody Glassner, Karen Barnett, Jerry Cattell, Rue Berman, and the hostages that just got released and need lots of healing.
Rita Rafat, Margot Webb, Joyce Schulman, and Ginny Veloz. On page 15, Misha Barach. Who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen. Mishebeira imotenu lekor Abraham leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say So for those that were with us on, look, I'm looking at John wearing the Jewish Community Day hat. It looks good. It's a good-looking hat. I mean, I wish I could say that I designed it, and I did. Well, actually, Rick Lupert actually helped me design it, because I gave him the way I wanted it to look, and he brought it to reality. So it's kind of cool to see that come into fruition. So we have extra hats, and we're going to sell them, or for a donation, we're going to be able to give those hats out to people. I had some guy came up to me at the game. He was from Mexico. He goes, "I'm a Jew from Mexico. Can I get one of those hats for my boy?" I said, "Of course." And he was very excited. It was cool to see. That's just, somebody didn't expect that. So when we have, what? I do. I have one for him, but he gets one. But, when we had our classes this week, we had our Tuesday class, we were reading Chronicles, which is the history of our people. And then on Wednesday, we discussed Jewish law after the Talmud, which is an interesting subject for Jews who generally are not for the most part, we're not halachic Jews in the sense that we generally follow Jewish law as our only guide, but it's part of our guide. And no one really only follows Jewish law because, as we talked about, whatever country people live in, and even if they live in Israel, there are civil laws in Israel which in some cases are based on Jewish law, but also based on common law and on even French law. There's a lot of law systems that Israel adapted and took law styles from, legal styles. But we had a chance to look at that. And then this Wednesday, we're going to have a chance to look at the other part of our, if you will, Jewish texts during the rabbinic period were legal. And it's not a really smooth divide, but there was a difference between legal texts, halachic texts, and the midrashic texts, the ones that focused more on inspiration and on, in some cases, imagination, definitely for the purposes of understanding things. But we definitely are going to, on this Wednesday evening, we're going to be looking at Jewish stories and how stories continue to develop after the midrash and continue to be developed. And when I say midrash, the classic midrash, the midrash collections that are 1,500 years old. But midrash continues to be written by people who are writing modern-day midrash, but also Jewish fiction in through the likes of writers like Isaac Bashevis Singer and some of the Jewish fiction writers, including Jewish science fiction writers. We're actually going to do a class just on Jewish science fiction, by the way. It's one of the things that I've always wanted to do. But yeah, Jewish imagination and fiction and how we tell stories. So that's coming up on Wednesday evening. But when we think about the way we write and the way we talk about the world, both the more, in some cases, esoteric and the in some cases, again, very difficult things to read, philosophy and law, which we talked about, but also the parts of us that can sometimes of literature that entertains us and inspires us. And as we continue, and we're going to talk about prayer in upcoming classes as well, but the next prayer on page 35, the Aleinu, reminds us that our future is one that is based on our past, but also is going to be even brighter and even more amazing than maybe even our ancestors could have imagined. Though they hoped it would be great. On page 35, we rise for Aleinu. We give thanks for that vision.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, l'ateit v'dula l'yotzeh b'reshit. Shelo asana kagay harasot, velo samanu k'mitzvot Adama. Shelo sam chelkenu kahem, v'gohor aleinu k'chol hamanam. V'anachnu Baruch Hu, Shehu noteh shamayim ve'oseh haaretz, u'Moshe v'karo b'shamayim emaha, u'shchinatu zo v'govei meromim, u'Eloheinu Eino, emet malkeinu efes ulato. Kakatu v'torato, datayo v'hashivota, elevavecha. Ki Adonai hu Elohim, b'shamayim imah, v'haaretz mitachat einod. Melech al kol haaretz, hayom hahu
Please be seated, everyone. As we turn to page 36 for the Mourner's Kaddish and have a moment to remember our loved ones of blessed memory. And I was thinking over the last couple of days over, and we've talked about it in some of our classes, not, just the Jewish value of life, but also of remembering and honoring people who've died, which is why Israel's working so hard to bring home the remains of their people. And I talked with somebody this past week who said that she took off her ribbon when the hostages were released, and then she put it back on after a couple of days because she realized she's not going to take it off until all of the bodies are returned. And I thought, wow, I said, it's an interesting point. And so I thought about that, and I think about it a lot because when I have a funeral to officiate at, and I think about how important it is to honor somebody and to lay someone to rest, and in some cases it's not easy in today's world to coordinate funerals, to bring families together, to in some cases even bring in less complicated situations than the hostages to bring a body home. And so sometimes it's not easy. So it all goes back to the Jewish value of honoring people in life as well as in death, and to never let anyone be left behind. And so as we remember them and we say their names, that's one of the affirmations we make to not leave anyone behind. So tonight in our community, we remember the losses at this time, the yard sites of Sheldon Spector, Ruby Wolf, Joseph Goldstein, Artie Bear, Norman Atkin, Rosalind Durkee, Harvey Levine, Anita Locker, Roseanne Melnick, Elsie Beckerman, Mary Edelman, Marcus Greenfield, Adele Stolman, Barry Hilton, and Shauna Swears. And over this last Shana, over this last year, we remember Norman Lieberman, Richard Fredrickson, Louis Orkin, Ethel Levine, Carol Ann Irvin, Chuck Irvin, Wendy Schneider, Bradley Davis, Scott Petrie, Morton Lasky, Bobby Banks Salkowitz, Michael Sloot, Don Rosen, and Loretta Greenwald. If there are people who you're remembering whose names we haven't said, we ask you to say them now before we say the Kaddish out loud. As we remember our loved ones and give thanks for their lives and our ability to remember them in love, we ask you to rise on page 36 to say the Mourner's Kaddish in their honor. Yitkadal v'yikadash shmei Rabbah, be'alma divrach yerutei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayei dechol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'almei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudesha barichu. Le'elah min kol birchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechemata, da'amiran be'alma ve'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu v'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. Osei shalom b'imrumav, hu ya'asei shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael ve'imru amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn, and comfort to all who are bereaved, and we say together, Amen. Amen. Please be seated, everyone. Except for Randy. You don't have to be seated because you're going to come up. You have your announcements. Now, I already made the announcements for the classes, and this week classes will be in person and online. And Tuesday morning at 9 a.m. and Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. We hope to see you. And now we have some other announcements for things coming up. But though it is going to get a little bit more quiet now, right?
Yeah, it's shorter. Shabbat Shalom, everybody. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you, Cindy, for Oneg tonight. And thank you for hosting book club tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock, Friendly Valley. 11 o'clock, Friendly Valley. Thank you, Wendy, again for your beautiful music and voice. Always much appreciated. Religious school is going to be meeting at Gentle Barn for those of you online with kids. Okay. Eat for TBA, November 20th, and it'll be at Panera Bread from 4 to 9. Still doing the Signal fundraiser, the Eden Memorial fundraiser, discounted plats, buy now, use later. And last, we're still waiting for recipes for our cookbook. Deadline's coming up, December 20th. If we don't get enough, we can't do it. I hope to do it. It'll be a good fundraiser. So
I've got a promise for Sharon's challah recipe from my younger daughter who makes it as well as Sharon used to.
okay, good. Just send it in tomorrow. You can just type it up and email it to Ariella. And yeah, typed up. Okay, so type up your favorite recipes. You can send in more than one and send it to Ariella at her email. And it's on the flyer. Anything I forgot? I said
Yes.
short and sweet.
Yes.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
We're going to have a family Shabbat service for families with kids, young kids, medium kids. Old kids can come too.
But yeah, but it's designed for young kids.
Yes.
It's a Tot Shabbat, but not called Tot Shabbat. Yes. Are we doing Turkey Bowl this year? We haven't done Turkey Bowl for a while as people got injured, very injured. I think I'm still injured. I thought about it actually today, John, because we haven't had it in a while, and I thought to myself, because people who are not here, who are not in part of the temple at that time, need to understand that I dislocated my shoulder in one of the games. It actually separated. It actually came out. No, that was Eddie Hirsch.
Yeah, Eddie broke his finger.
So I dislocated, and I thought to myself, technically speaking, Joyce, it's a workman's comp situation for me, not for anybody else. You guys were all volunteering or you were all members, but no, I think I was just wondering whether I had a workers' comp claim. Interesting, right? That's pretty.
I think that time has passed.
Really? I don't know. It's still, my shoulder still hurts, so I don't know. No, it was definitely fun for a while. I know it is. You're right, Randy. She just said it's arthritis and old age. Thank you. Except it's only in the shoulder that I dislocated. I want to make it clear. But no, it was a risk that I was willing to take, and no one forced me to play. No one. I don't think it was in my contract that I had to play the Turkey Bowl. I think it would have been a pretty weird claim. Though I'm sure there are people who would have done it. There's litigious people out there who would have done it, right? So, but we're going to think about again some of the stuff coming up. We do not have a Turkey Bowl date scheduled. It's been a long time. We think we'd be even worse. Come out in wheelchairs.
Everybody's
it's
too old.
it's flag football. Yes, we could do bowling, actually. Yes, we could do a Turkey Bowl that was the purpose, was to call it a Turkey Bowl because it was like a holiday bowl, game. But I will tell you that we've scheduled the date. Tracy and I scheduled the date for the more important thing is the Vodka Latka party, which is December 20th. So it's literally 8 weeks from this weekend. So you can start putting it in your books. The Vodka Latka party will be December 20th, which is like the 6th night of Hanukkah or something. But we're saving the best till the end. It's Saturday night. That's why we did it that night.
We could do a turkey bike ride.
Turkey bike.
Turkey bike ride.
Now you're just turkey. All right, so Wendy, what are we finishing with today?
We're not doing that one.
Sorry, no.
We're gonna finish with page 37.
Okay,
So
yeah, wait, John.
I said we should do a turkey bike ride.
That was what she said. No, she said she was going to say.
Oh, Todd Shabbat. Yes, but I'm calling it Family Shabbat because I want the Sunday school kids to come. So but we want to get more young people involved.
There you go.
Besides, there's a lot of fun Todd Shabbat songs.
Which song are we finishing with?
We're going to finish with the Donalam. So
So that's 30.
December 12th. Yes. So, Mike, you can take that slide off because I realized I forgot to bring my own lyrics for that song.
All right, but
There.
37 is where you'll find I Don't Know Why.
And guess what? It's another Echo song. I don't alone. I share my love. The terem cold. It's here nibra. The hate not some. The helps are cold. As I'm a lad, Shimoni cry. Then it gets a little bit faster. Piachare kiklo tako. Livadoyam lachnora. Behu hoya, behu hoye. Behu ye betifara. Behu Ein sheni leham shilo lehachbira velireshit velitachlit velo haos leham Yisrael behueli v'chagoli v'turevli v'yitzara v'hunisi umanusli v'not kotsi v'yomekra be'ado afkidruchi be'etishan be'ahira be'imruchi Yeviati Adonali Elohira Elohira.
Let's ask everyone to rise. We're going to turn to page 39 before we go out and enjoy Oneg. And again, thank you, Cindy, for sponsoring the Oneg tonight, and Cheryl for setting it up for us. We're going to sing Hatikva, which you can find on 39 for hope. Again, a message of the national anthem of Israel, to never give up. Hope.
Shabbat Shalom.
It's 11 to 4, Blue Jays.
I know, we saw. It's 11 to 4.
11 to 4 on the 8th.